Flying your drone over people or crowds, or flying your drone at night without permission from the FAA? We're going to talk about how you can change these rules in the video coming up. Hi everyone, I'm Brett Garamello with BrettGaramello.com, and before we get into today's video, I just want to announce the winner from last video's contest. His name is Ferdinand. He was a top commenter. Ferdinand, just hit me up on social media, either on Instagram or Facebook. You can just look for my name and you'll find me, and I will send you the PGY tech stand. So a couple days ago, DJI, the leader in worldwide consumer drones, made a notice for drone pilots out there to comment and make their voices heard for the proposed new laws and regulations for drone pilots. So first off, you do have a say. The FAA is required to read each one of the comments and, if necessary, comment back. And the thing about it is you actually do have a say, because there haven't been a lot of people who've made comments, especially for flying at night without a waiver and for flying over people or crowds. So currently, I just went to the site and there's only 306 people who commented. So only 306 people have commented about flying at night without a waiver and flying over people. I find that pretty crazy. Now the deadline is Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you don't have much time. You have this weekend, then you have all day Monday. So I urge you to make your comments heard. I will leave links in the description below, so it's real easy for you to make the comment. Just press comment and write whatever you want to write. There's another page for the FAA, and currently only 1,477 people have left comments. This other site is for new regulations on safety and things of that nature. Okay, so altogether, both pages with all these new rules and regulations, less than 2,000 people have commented, which is pretty crazy, because you would think thousands and thousands of people would want their voices heard, especially knowing that the FAA has to read each one of them. And in the past, they have done this, and laws have changed, rules have changed. So if we don't speak up, it's kind of sad. So if you care about the future of drones and the way us pilots can use our drones, and if you live in the United States, your freedom, please leave a comment. Okay, with all that said, one of the rules talked about flying over vehicles, that the FAA said you're not allowed to fly over vehicles. And a lot of other drone pilots have voiced their opinion that this is a bad thing. But in my opinion, I think it depends on the situation. So here's how I view it. And I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion, okay? You could have a different opinion. If I'm flying my drone over a moving car and the drone flies from the sky, obviously where it fell, that car is gonna move and it's not gonna hit that car that it was over. However, on a street, obviously another car is gonna come. So if another car comes, it could hit that. So it still is a risk for drivers. Now in sparsely populated areas, I think it's okay. If you're out in the mountains, the wilderness, the countryside, I think it's all right to fly your drone over the road, over highway. I don't think it's that much of a risk. But in the city, especially a place like Miami where I live, people drive crazy. So any type of thing falling from the sky, people around here are not good drivers. And for me, I think there's a high probability that there is an accident and someone getting hurt, all right? Around here, there's accidents all the time. I live near I-95, and it's just constantly accident after accident after accident. So I think I'm in a unique part of the United States where people really drive horribly. I've lived all over, and I gotta say, this is one of the worst driving places. I know I'm going off on kind of a tangent, but these rules apply for the entire United States. So I think here in Miami and South Florida, it would cause a threat. And in my opinion, I hope the FAA keeps this law in cities and just makes it so outside in sparsely populated areas, you're allowed to fly your drone. Just like right now, you're allowed to fly your drone if you're not driving. If you're like in the passenger seat in a sparsely populated area, you're able to fly your drone. So I think this rule should apply in sort of the same way in a sparsely populated area where there's not a lot of people, it's okay. But in the cities, especially area like South Florida, it poses way too much threat, and I think around here, I would have to agree with the FAA law. So post your comments below. We don't have much time to make our final comments, and I'm still thinking it over, before I write my final comments on the links that I provided below. So we only have a couple days, so I urge you to do that soon so that you can get your opinion out there. The other two big rules and regulations that I talked about earlier in this video, flying at night. So right now, it's impossible to fly at night legally without a waiver from the FAA. And of course, you have to be Part 107 certified, which I am, and I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are Part 107 certified, but it's kind of a hassle and people like just to fly right away. They don't like to go ahead with all these procedures. So this new rule would do away with all that you could just fly at night without a waiver. And from what I've read, I think this is a good rule because there haven't been any accidents or things reported to the FAA at night. So I think statistics have shown that this is a good law. So flying at night, the FAA wants you to have lights on your drone that can be seen within 3 statute miles. I think this is a good thing. Obviously that's for safety, so you don't hit anything, no one hits you. I think that's a good law. Now the FAA is also proposing that current Part 107 drone pilots or commercial pilots take a separate test or have a separate set of questions that they're going to be asked to answer about flying at night. I think this is also a good thing for safety, flying at night. They could also incorporate this into the main Part 107 test. And while we're talking about the Part 107 test, in my opinion, I think a lot of it really isn't that important. Yeah, knowing the airspaces, where you can fly when, how to get authorization. Obviously, this is really important for flying, but there's so much extraneous information on the test. I don't think it really helps you be a good drone pilot. So I think there's information the FAA could add to that test and take some stuff out to make it helpful. You don't have to be a good drone pilot to pass the Part 107 test, which doesn't really make sense. So for example, I could be a phenomenal drone pilot. I could fly racing drones. I could know things about the EXP, the sensitivity, the yaw, and all these things that really matter when flying a drone well, versus someone who doesn't have experience by that, but they just passed the test with all this certain information that doesn't really apply to flying the drone well. So the FAA really needs to make the Part 107 test have questions that are applicable for flying your drone, for being a good drone pilot, actually flying the drone. All right, lastly, I want to talk about flying your drone over people. Now, flying over your drone over people in crowds is something that people get very opinionated over, and it does pose a risk, especially for people who are not safe, who don't take the necessary precautions, and don't really know how to fly, aren't good drone pilots. Within these new rules, there's 3 categories. The first category is for drones that are under 0.55 pounds, like the DJI Tello. Okay, category 2 is like up to 11 pounds, and category 3 is around 25 pounds. So these are much bigger drones. They also talk about how they're designed and whether they fall from the sky, they're gonna injure someone when they fall. Okay, so you have to read all that. I don't wanna make this video super long, but just add your comments of what you think. Should it be 0.55 pounds? Should it be more? Should the FAA have control over how the drones are manufactured? Should people be required to have like parachutes or cages or protectors so if the drone fell out of the sky it wouldn't hurt someone? All right. All these are considerations. You can leave those comments on the FAA site. All right, guys, so make sure you visit those links and add your comment. Remember, not a lot of people are commenting, so the FAA is going to read your comment, and it does have quite a bit of influence, especially if only a few hundred people are commenting. Your comment carries much more weight. Okay, so go do that now. You only have a couple days left. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want more news and updates about these new laws and regulations as they come along with tips and tutorials about how to fly your drone, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and I'll see you in the next video.